amakuru aharigana gatonyeziwe Radio West manyarukfu mwihanga ryawe.
Studies show that accessibility of plentiful groundwater in the area can be a great gear for the progress. According to Nile Basin Initiative, NBI, groundwater grasps a promise behind a development since it has the capacity to close the present gaps in water supply globally. With over 1,500 households and a population that surges to over 40,000 at night, the development of Kaberebere from a rural area to a great town currently is attributed to the availability of groundwater in this area. Our reporter Eli Akiza delves into the transformative impact of groundwater on Kaberebere's development, revealing the story behind this town's remarkable growth.
Welcome to Kaberebere, a vibrant town just 13 kilometers from Mbarara city. Situated in the outskirts of Isingiro district, Kaberebere reveals a significant story about the invariable resource beneath its residents' feet: groundwater. The Kaberebere Town Council is part of Isingiro district and falls within the Kagera Basin in Uganda, specifically under the Kagera Aquifer. In simple terms, an aquifer is a layer of rock or soil underground that stores and transmits water. It is like a natural sponge holding water. The Kagera Aquifer spans 5,778 square kilometers and is shared by Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. In Uganda, the southwestern districts of Ntungamo, Kabale, Isingiro, and Rakai rely on this aquifer. Unfortunately, these districts often face significant water insecurity, particularly during the dry season in the middle of the year. Once a rural and underdeveloped area, Kaberebere has blossomed thanks to the strategic tapping of groundwater resources. Women and children in this town faced challenges, embarking on long journeys just to fetch water for daily use, until the discovery of reliable underground water sources changed everything. Accessed through boreholes, springs, and dug wells, residents of Kaberebere town use water from underground for various purposes ranging from domestic uses to watering livestock and crops.
The water I use, I fetch it from the borehole. We used to walk long distances to go and fetch water from the wetlands and other sources of water.
A resident of Kaberebere town narrating how access to groundwater is helping them live better lives, as she further narrates.
The water now helps us so much. We save time, and now I have more time for my other domestic chores. And I don't get very tired like in those old days.
One standout borehole in Kakokwa village serves as a lifeline, providing abundant water across all seasons. Ntare David, the chairperson of LC2 Kaberebere East Ward, shares his perspective on this remarkable growth.
This borehole is close to 70 years old. It has helped the population around here. Even before the national water supply extended here, people were getting water from this borehole. It has good water. It is helping people because many people cannot afford water bills from national water supply. They only pay a small maintenance fee for this borehole.
Yes, it's not all smooth sailing. Currently, nearly half of Kaberebere's population remains unconnected to gravity water supply due to high costs, causing long queues at boreholes and shallow wells. Ntare David, once again.
If we get more boreholes, a financial burden will have been lifted off the residents' shoulders, translating into increased income. More boreholes mean shorter distances covered when going to fetch water. This will help the people to use the saved time to engage in other profitable activities.
Local resident Kajumba Patrick sees an urgent need for more sustainable solutions.
My idea on groundwater developing areas is that it would be cheaper than other sources. From my experience from Isinjiro, water that is distributed by National Water and Storage Corporation is not affordable, especially for the rural poor. Underground water in form of boreholes, in form of shallow wells, in form of springs which are tapped and distributed would be affordable for the people. I would request the government to invest in technologies for water purification so that even where boreholes are found to produce salty water, it is purified and usable by the people.
But there is hope on the horizon. Emmanuel Ahimbisibwe, an ecologist and founder of Action in Disaster Training Services, is leading efforts to restore riverbanks by planting bamboo, a practice aimed at improving water retention in rivers in southwestern Uganda, where Kaberebere falls.
The bamboo tree with its root system has the capacity to purify the water, and by the time this water goes down there, it has been purely saved and people can use this water from the ground.
When people restore riverbanks, they raise the water table, benefiting groundwater reserves, as Ahimbisibwe further narrates.
In Uganda, especially in regions which are very hot, dry regions, we usually get a lot of water, runoff, flooding during rainy season. And in dry season, we get scarcity of water. So planting of trees is the way to go.
Jekonias Musingwire, an environmental scientist and former manager for the National Environment Watchdog NEMA in the southwestern region, speaks to the undeniable link between water availability and development.
Groundwater supplements the efforts of domestic use water and also for commercial use and industrial use. So where there is scarcity of water and also where there is a prolonged drought, there is no way how you can develop unless you get alternative water sources.
With over 1,500 households and a population that swells to over 40,000 at night, the story of Kaberebere is one of progress driven by the precious groundwater beneath our feet. According to the Nile Basin Initiative, NBI, groundwater holds the promise of closing the growing gap between water demand and water supply, as well as buffering the effects of climate change and variability in the Nile Basin. So, let's come together to promote the sustainable use of groundwater, a vital resource shaping the future of Kaberebere. By supporting initiatives for conserving environment, we ensure more supply of groundwater. This is because groundwater is directly linked to the surrounding environment.
Amakuru ahariga na katonyezibwe Radio West. Manyabupfu mihanga yawe.